Welcome to Revelation Unraveled. I'm your host, William Tapley, also known as the third eagle of the apocalypse and the co-prophet of the end times. This is part one of a two-part series on the amazing murals at the Denver International Airport. As you know, in the Bible, God says He does nothing except He reveals what He will do through His prophets. And I believe Satan imitates God and does the same thing. He also reveals what He is planning to do through His prophets. And I believe the murals at the Denver International Airport are a prophecy from Satan of the New World Order and of the reign of the Antichrist. Let's take a first look at the official logo of the Denver International Airport. Let me give you a close-up view of this logo. It's interesting that when you turn this logo upside down, you get the number of the Antichrist. The first mural I want to take a look at is by artist Leo Tanguma. And it shows a stormtrooper with a gas mask and a submachine gun in one hand, a sword in the other hand with which he is thrusting through the white dove of peace. Let's take a closer look at this particular mural. Now, the stormtrooper in this painting wears a gas mask, so you really cannot tell his identity. But this sword is a particular type of sword. That is an Arabian sword. And this dove really does not look much like a dove. I think it is more a symbol. But what is really amazing about this painting is this rainbow and the streak that it becomes. What this is showing you is the swath that this sword has just cut through the sky. And you will notice that this sword is not just thrusting the bird, but it has also cut these two buildings, this first one and the second one. Is this a prophecy of 9/11? If you look over here, you will see a lot of women going back through infinity who are weeping over their dead babies. In fact, in all the murals at the Denver International Airport, there is a great deal of death and suffering and war images. Over here, these children look as if they are asleep, but they are sleeping outdoors, and they certainly seem to be orphans because there are no parents around. Now, a close-up of this first building especially looks like the World Trade Center. And remember, this painting was completed in 1994 before the airport opened in 1995. In other words, at least 7 years before the World Trade Center bombing. Now, this next mural by a different artist also shows guns and death. Each of the three figures in this mural are carrying guns. Up here we see the image of a dead man. And actually, these hills in the background form the image of a dead man. Let's take a look at this painting close up, except on its side. I'm not sure how readily apparent this figure is, but if you can see his forehead, his eyes, his nose, his mouth, his chin, and this would be the outline of his shoulders. This next mural has even more amazing hidden images in it. At first glance, it seems like an Indian worshiping a tree. Typical environmental type mural. It has a moon, or is that the moon? Maybe that's the all-seeing eye. Down here we have a skull. More signs of death and destruction in these murals. And over here we have what I call the doors to eternity. Let's take a closer look at this particular mural. Now, the most amazing part of this mural is the guillotine. Now, you say you don't see the guillotine? Well, take a look at this blade. If that isn't a guillotine, I will eat my Wheaties. Notice immediately below the guillotine is a butterfly. Now, this is not just any butterfly. This is a monarch butterfly. I believe that refers to King Louis XVI, who was beheaded during the French Revolution. Now, below the guillotine, we see a lot of pond scum. Or is this blood and guts? These are not stones here, as they first appear to be. If you take a closer look at these, you will see that these are body parts. Let me zoom in on this part of this amazing mural. Now in front of my finger you will see a hand. A little farther over you'll see somebody's butt. Up here you'll see a leg. And if you look carefully throughout this pond scum, which is actually blood and guts, you will see many more images of faces and body parts. Now I suggested at the beginning that these images from the Denver International Airport are warnings from Satan of what he is going to do to humanity. But is it possible that these artists are not at fault? Maybe they are not working for Satan. Maybe this artist is giving us a warning about the New World Order, but he can't tell it straightforward. He couldn't give a painting of the apocalypse in the Denver airport. So therefore, he puts it under hidden symbolism. It's very possible that this artist is a true prophet, and he is warning all of us that the tribulation is just about upon us. Now, in part 2 of this series on the amazing murals at the Denver International Airport, I'm going to show where Barack Obama is also prophesied in these murals, and what will be the fate of Obama. These murals, which were completed at just about the same time as Barack Obama wrote his autobiography, also predict his downfall. And that will be the topic for my next program. And if you would like a free copy of my book, Revelation Unraveled, simply write to the address you see on your screen.